Well, hello everybody. Evil Monkey DKS here, and I'm going to do something a little bit different with this live stream. So this isn't really a typical live stream. What this is my next episode live. So instead of editing things out and cutting out the boring bits, what I've tried to do is sort of prep all of the boring bits ahead of time so that you guys can come in and just join me right with the fun parts. So without further, well, okay, a little bit further ado. I am just trying to find some stuff on my other machine. Hold on. Live now. Good. I have that one. And I can mute it. I'm just going to watch the comments here. All right, great. So, let's move on. Here we go. I'm going to go into Monkey Minds. Hey, all. So, here we are. I'm going to back all the way up and start at the beginning. If I was smart, I would have put myself out here in the first place. I'm not. We all know this. So I am here at Little Bo Peep's Amusement Park. If you haven't seen the last episode, that is sort of a pretty good idea of what happened with this. But here it is. And we're going to go downstairs. Also, I should mention, I'm going to try and keep this episode short. So I want to keep it under half hour, may stretch to 45 minutes. My absolute cutoff is an hour and a half if I go that far. I got my tea, so everything is good. So here we have some chests with wool already in them. These are the non-automated wool chests right now. All it is just the stuff that we have sheared in the past from over here. And I'm going to go out here. You know what? We're going to come back to this. I was going to start there, but it's dark and it's raining. So with those two things combined, we're going to... Yeah, I like the Steve head. It's nice. My mother-in-law got me that for Christmas. She also thinks I'm crazy. Meh, fair. I'm gonna start downstairs. Or actually, I'll start right here. So this is... if you watched the last video, I think I showed this off a little bit in creative. But I actually changed it a little bit. So I have discovered that if an item sorter like this one, which will soon become an item sorter... You know what I never did? I never grabbed the hoppers. Do you think I'm going to need hoppers for this project? No, I won't need those. Why would I grab those? I'm going to need more than those, in fact. The thing about this item sorter is if the hoppers that hold the items, which are going to be right above this block, fill up completely, it breaks not only that color, but the next, like, 15. So I wanted to have plenty of overflow storage for this. I don't think we're ever going to run into it, but if this ever fills up, and this one hopper that was there ever fills up, it's going to start messing up the item sorter. So I figured, why not be safe? We'll just do this. And again, these are, to put these next to each other, it is a regular chest and a trapped chest. And that's why they sit so nicely next to each other. But let's go ahead and start with this, and I'm going to pull out my handy-dandy screenshot over here. This is a really easy circuit. The only thing I've done so far is I ran each color, just because I wanted to color code it, not because I needed to. And I put the repeaters in, because you can't put the repeaters in after you put the wool in. So I went through and I did that earlier, before I got to the live stream. So the first thing I need to do is I need to put a hopper going into each chest. Is that first? Yes. So we're gonna, holding down shift, we're gonna put a hopper into each chest. If you don't remember how to build a hopper, that's okay. I don't have enough, so we will be building more, I guarantee it. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a row of dirt across here, and then I'm gonna run hoppers. I don't have to hold down shift. No, I have to hold down shift because I'm not that good. It's more laggy when you're streaming, and it throws off your timing a little bit. That was probably just general poor Minecrafting, but my excuse is going to be lag. We don't need that right now. Alright, and let's just build a bridge. And then I'm going to get rid of all this dirt. Okay. So the first step to all of this is getting these 2 rows of hoppers. These 2 rows of hoppers plus this row of hoppers is all that's needed to make an item sorter, as far as hoppers go. From that point, all of the real important stuff happens in these 5 blocks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, counting with monkey, and the associated redstone. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some of that, I'm going to grab some of this, or I'm going to throw it, one or the other. Alright. I'm just going to build one first. Actually, I'm going to start down here. So I'm going to put a torch here. Okay? Working in reverse order. This torch stops this hopper from having power. So what it's doing is saying, I'm not going to allow anything in here right now. This repeater will eventually turn this torch off when a certain criteria is met. To turn that repeater on, I'm going to run those 2 blocks of those 2 lines of redstone. And then from here, I need my comparators, which look very similar in a hotbar. Can I jump here? Nope, I'm at the top. So I'm going to go on the side here and just do one of these guys. So we put this comparator down when... let me grab some magenta wool. It's easier to explain by doing. I need 22 of these, but I'll take a whole stack for now. This is the part that'll get a bit boring when I start doing this for all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down my right mouse button, and I'm going to drag along so I get 1, and you'll see it just got power. So now this has enough power, but not enough to light up the second row. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump. It lights up this block, but not this block. So we're not powering the repeater underneath. So I'm going to take another one. Now I have 10, 15, 20, 25, and that's going to drop down to 22. So when I put in the 25, this did light up, and it lit up, and it unpowered this torch so that it was enough to get everything in. It's a pretty cool system. I hope I explained that good enough. So I'm just going to toss that in, and you'll see this guy's lit up. When that first one gets back down to 2, which will make it 22, this will go off, unpowering the repeater, unpowering the block, which will power the torch, which locks this hopper. This hopper is always going to have 1 in it. This is always going to be empty. This is always going to be empty until this fills up completely. So let's go along here. We're going to build this another 15 times because there's 16 colors of wool. And this is already going to be the hardest part. So I think it's still night. But we're just going to cut a big hole in the roof temporarily while we work. There's actually going to be I didn't perfectly line all of this up because there are some things of Dragon Masters that I didn't want to move. So there will be a couple of things here that poke through ground level, but I have a plan for that. I don't remember if I did anything about that plan, but I have a plan. So I got the comparators. Let's just close this up so it stops raining on us. Also, you guys can comment on this video as it's going. Let me know if my audio is terrible. Loud, soft, both, whatever. So now we're going to run a row of dust all along here, and you'll notice that these are all connecting, and even these are all going to connect. And normally things like that are a problem. But because we're working on the second redstone power principle, that's a terrible name, I apologize. Because we're working on the principle that when this gets full enough, it lights up the second one. What happens is it's also going to light up this one, but it's not going to light up this one. And this is the one that would be needed to shut off this torch. So the item sorter, it seems really complicated, but it's kind of, I wouldn't say simple, because it's still hard, but it's very elegant in the way that it was designed. And I honestly don't know who was the first to design it, but oh hey, we just finished. Okay, so that's done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of wool, and this was the main reason that I did that circuit the way I did with all of the wool colors, because it makes it much easier for me to remember when I get here which color I'm working on. So 1, 2, 3, I have the hiccups, 4, 5, that's going to go down, and that's the rest. So see, now here you can see that this one's lit up, but this one's not. So it's not quite enough to get any further. So this is going to be red. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. -1. Okay, good. And then we're going to go to the next one. 1. This is, I told you, this is the part that's going to be a little bit boring, and I apologize. 4, 5, and it's hard to do this while still counting, because I do actually have to count. Blue. 1. Stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't completely understand the mechanics as to why it just did that. So there you go. So we need to start with dark blue next until I fill up my inventory. Is there anything here that I don't need really? Let me get rid of some rails. There is the possibility that I will need some of these, but I don't need all of them. And I don't think I need levers at all. I just have those just in case. So we'll do that. I don't want to leave the hoppers because I'm going to need those very shortly. Too far. Dark blue, I will... There's a stack of torches. This is the trouble with working with hoppers. There's always something dropping in them while you're working. In the case of my automatic furnace a few episodes back, that really caused me some trouble. And I ended up having to rip the entire thing out and rebuild it. But I did all that off camera, so I guess, you know, cool. So I can actually tell from here which one of these have something in them. So I don't even have to remember that I was on blue. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the rest. Is that color? Yeah, okay, I thought that was light blue. I know what I'm doing. I had Dragon Master come over a little bit earlier today or yesterday, or I don't know when. This project is very, very large, and it's been going on for a while. And I said, hey, Dragon Master, what's going on here? Can you reorder this stuff so that it's nice? So that the wool looks good, and the order makes sense. And he did a much better job than I did. So big thanks to Dragon Master. Also, big thanks to Dragon Master for just, in general, letting me do this when I said, hey, I have this crazy idea. Can I rip apart your entire wool factory and rebuild it, all of the guts? And he said, yeah. Yesterday I made the comment about how awesome it was. The more I take apart, the more I really enjoy the design that he did. And we'll go over that in a minute, too. And he said, thanks, but I'm a little worried about how much, about the part where you said how much I take apart. But we did pretty good. Orange is my favorite wool texture. Why are you... because it is the least contrasty, if contrasty were a word. What I mean by that is, you see how, like, this is really dark here and really light here, but here it's just a little dark and a little light. It's the smoothest looking of all of the wool textures. I like it a lot. Alright, brown was next, I think. Brown, black, gray, Luckily, we already had enough of each color before we even started this project. So that is lovely. Hello, Monkey Bee. Welcome to the stream. I still have homework to do for you. I apologize. I swear I'll get to it. It's been a busy week. All right. Brown wool. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the rest. All right, we're about halfway through. This is a little further. This is taking a little bit longer than I was hoping, but that's okay. My goal is really a half hour. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it off because there's a lot of repetitiveness in this design. Wait till we get downstairs. And 5. No, don't go to sleep, laptop. You're my Wait a minute. Okay, good. My laptop is how I'm seeing what's going on here, where I'm looking at all my comments. So you're not allowed to sleep for the next little while. 3, 4, 5, and the rest. And last but not least, white wool. It would appear that somebody did not bring enough white wool over. I didn't count that one. I didn't look at the number on that one. I forgot it's actually a little bit more than 22 because you need the one that goes through. That's okay. Alright, so here we're going to have the last one and then something else that I didn't bring with me. I need 1 chest. Maybe a hopper and a chest. We'll see. We'll take a look. Okay, so that should be a 5 and a 5, and that should be a 2. Excellent. And the rest of you guys can go in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is, this is kind of just a extra feature. Call it a safety, if you will. And I'll carry the rest of these with me because I know I'm going to need a couple downstairs as well. Oh, I need a lot downstairs. Eek. I think that's the one thing I forgot to plan. Let me go down here. So what I'm going to do is right down here below these lines of hoppers is I'm just going to put this chest. And the reason I'm going to put that chest, do I want to move it further away? I'm going to move that chest further away. Hold on. Let's go 1 block further here. Alright. The reason I'm putting this chest here is anything that accidentally falls in here, either during my construction or any time if someone hits Q randomly when they were trying to work on something, I want a place for all of this stuff to go. And so I'm holding down shift while I jump and failing miserably. And you guys are going to go away. Make this a nice little shelf here so that you can walk around. That I want to get rid of, and that I want to get rid of, though. Okay. And then more hoppers. So these hoppers are at the end after everything has been sorted. I'm just going to click on this side. So now this whole stream fills in there. And I don't think I actually explained this because I don't completely understand it, but hoppers below a hopper will pull even if the hopper is not pointed directly at it. So here, for example, this is pointed to the left, but the pull from below is stronger as long as it's magenta in this case. If there was nothing in it, it would just go right through, even if it's pointed this way. Ooh, Jay Holland's in the farm. I can see him over there. I see his little name tag moving around. Is it daytime? It is night. Okay, so since it's night, we're going to go downstairs. Nope. Colin, do you have a large stack of wood I can borrow by any chance? Da 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 da. I always forget something. Okay, so I think next I am going to... Hello, Mr. Oleming. Oleming. I'm giving you my nice smile. Please. Sweet. I have an axe if you need one. Alright. Let us... I don't have that with me, so let's do this. So first of all, let me give you a quick tour downstairs. Welcome to downstairs. This place is crazy, and I ran out of a little bit of room. I was trying to leave a space between each, but I got crowded, and I didn't want to keep moving things around. But this is, in no particular order, really just the order that made sense when I was running Rails. This is the receiving station for all of these carts and things. I need to switch my screenshot because I'm done with that one now, and I need to go back to this one. So, first things first, I need to run... So, okay, so the carts are... Let me continue to explain before I just... See? That was a nice smile. Before... That's how long the delay is, in case somebody's interested. What's going to happen is these carts, when they get sent, and I'll explain that in a minute, when they get sent, will come over here, stop on a hopper that's going to be here in a second, and unload. When they're done unloading, they're going to be sent back. 30, okay, good. They're going to be sent back, and they're going to sit there and wait for more. From here, they're going to go into a hopper stream that's underneath these blocks, and come over to here. Let's go ahead and throw a piece of dirt right here. Where is it? This is the track that I have determined. So right there. All of the hoppers are going to end up right here. So from here, I'm going to go and just take all of these and make one stream that goes directly into each of them. Is that right? Yes, it is. $35. That's excellent. Because I may end up needing more if I run out of hoppers, which it looks likely that I'm going to run out of hoppers because this is 32 long and I only have 25 left and I need 3 more rows. No, I only need 32 more total because all the rest of them are every other. So actually, let's start that. So this is going to go here, here, here. Oh, shift takes forever. And then there we go. I got a rhythm going. This is not going to end well. Okay, so that is 16 hoppers. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put 16 chests. Is that right? Yes, okay. So this design I found, I don't know if it's his original, but this was a design by that 5th guy, I believe. Is that right? I wrote all these down. No, sorry, that's the elevator. This is Ori Ziffy. The link is in the description already, so you guys can go and check out his video, or you can wait until I'm done and check out his video after, which would probably really be better. Jump. Okay. So these hoppers all... Oh, I turned faster. Do I have room to jump? I do. Go into here. And thanks to Mr. J. Holland, I now have enough chests that I can make a new set of hoppers if I had more iron on me. It's harder to run around down here now. All this has been empty for so long. Still dark. At some point I'm going to have to just go out there. The problem is it's not safe out there. Not even a little bit. Do I have iron in this one? No. Okay. I'm going to take all of you guys. I'm going to go like this. And then here and keep that one. 10. Is that enough? Promise they won't go to waste, so I don't really care if I make extras. And now I'm gonna have too many. Great. 19. Someone was just hurt. Thanks, JL, and that was annoying. Spider. Alright. So, where was I? I was up here. So now I'm going to place down the rest of the hoppers onto the chests. Hopper. And hoppers work so that whichever block your cursor is facing, so that little plus sign in the middle, when you click, that's the direction the hopper is going to face. That's how you can decide, or like, I want this one to face down, but I want this one to face the wall. I think most people know that, but I don't mind going over it. Next, now we're going to put down the powered rails that go along here, and this is going to apparently be a pain. Don't hold shift while trying to jump. That doesn't work. Two. They're all empty, Jay Holland. So far. And so many spiders. This is why I like creepers, because they're not loud and annoying. Not as bad as Enderman. Tea break. 7:27. We're doing okay. Okay, so now what's going to happen? We have a hopper here. So coming out of that hopper, can I do this from the ground? No, but I can do it from up here. Coming out of that hopper, we're going to place a comparator. Oops. And I'll just make this first one again like I did last time. Coming out of the hopper is a comparator. So this comparator, unlike the sorter, is just going to tell me anytime there's anything in this. I don't care how many there are. There could be one. In fact, I want to know if it's just one. I guess I don't really care. But even if it's just one, that's what I meant. I want it to do something. And what's going to happen is that comparator is going to turn on, turn off that torch. And on top of that, do I have this right? Is it on top of this? I can't see this from my drawing, but I'm pretty sure that. Okay, so what's happening is this torch is lighting up that block, powering that block. That block is powering that dust that I just put on top of this blue wool. That is powering the blue wool in a very circular fashion, which is powering this track. So if I were to take, I should have brought some wool with me. That's all right. I already made the emergency chest. If I were to take something and put it in here, maybe there is something in there. Nope. It's daytime. Thank you very much. I'll actually be out there in a few moments. So let's say someone just sheared. They filled up this cart. What's going to happen is, these were all off for safety because I didn't want them to fall off. That is going to send a signal here, which powers the block, which turns the torch off, which unpowers the rail after going through these two. When this is empty, the hopper, not the chest, it's going to power that back up and send the cart back. It's a really, really neat system, and it's much smaller than the one that I had come up with, which was kind of terrible. Actually, it wasn't bad. It was only 2 wide, but it wasn't stackable. So I could only put these every 4 blocks. This also isn't stackable because of this same redstone here. Anything that uses redstone dust is not stackable, except apparently an item sorter, which is awesome. But I was done jumping. I really should have just left dirt in between these and took it out at the end. Boy, wouldn't that have made my life easier. Okay, so comparator. So it's a really, really cool system that is going to work out really well. originally, so I've gone through, I don't know, 5 or 6 different design ideas for this, trying to come up with ideas myself, trying to find something online that would help me figure this out. For some reason, I didn't want to build an item sorter. I thought it was a little daunting, just because they seem like they're so hard to do. But then when you finally get to it and find someone who explains it well, and I honestly don't remember which one I saw finally that I got, then it's okay to build it. I'm still learning a lot. This is my center mark, by the way. I have 16, well, a 32 wide thing centered on a even number square, but that's okay. So it's not quite centered. Once you find someone that can actually explain it to you in a way that you understand it, it's not that bad to build. So I'm pretty happy with it. So same example, I'm going to send along this cart. Stop going to sleep, laptop. I'm going to send along this cart with nothing in it this time. Wakey, wakey. And you'll notice it's just going to immediately come back. So even if someone sends it, good night, Monkey Bee. Even if someone sends the cart at a time when there's nothing in it, the system is still not going to break. And that's important on an SMP server because you need to plan for people who don't understand your machines and or your own stupidity. Mostly your own stupidity. So this part here is done. This part here is technically done, but let's go upstairs now that it probably just turned night again. But we'll just fight through it. I'm going the wrong way. Oh no, we got to do this too. Okay, well, if it's night, we'll do this part. We have one more part down here, and that is, of course, the item elevator. The item elevator is really cool, but I want to first show you, I can do this here, what's going on down here. So this is the actual farm here. And what happens is, you come around here with some shears, you shear all these sheep, you flip the lever, which turns on the water. Okay, and this is all Dragon Master's, this isn't mine. You turn on the water, all of the wool goes into the holes down there, and he had ice trays, or ice streams, ice water streams, that would bring all of that down to here. Now we've replaced all of those ice streams with just hoppers, and if he would move, or if those guys would move, if someone would move, you can see there's a stream of water there, and that is right where my hopper is down below. The way this works, just out of interest, actually, I changed it a little bit. He had the levers here for each 4. I moved them up on top. Not because I didn't like what he did, but because I needed to. So the way this works, there's a water source here. So the way this works, there's a water source there, and there's a water source here, and I forgot to bring the smooth stone slabs to cover this up, but that's no big deal. And this was originally coming from over there and winding its way around. Now it's literally just a line of redstone that goes into these 2 pistons. That piston's on the other side of that block. I'm not sure why I did that. Oh, because I didn't have another smooth half slab there. And that was letting the water through into the rest. Anyway, moving on. There's this is here. So when I flip this lever, the pistons retract and lets out that water source block to both sides. And when you flip it back, it turns the water off. What I want to do with the carts downstairs is I want to take the blocks, the input from this lever, and I want to take that input and make it send the carts. It's not a perfect system. I would rather figure out, hey, when this cart gets to like a full stack, for example, use a comparator coming out of it, and then just send the cart then, instead of sending all of the carts, even if some of them might be empty. Maybe someone only sheared magenta or pink and didn't do any of the other colors. But it's not really hurting anything because the cart's just going to go and then come right back. So it's not a big deal. The only trouble is you may turn off the water before all of the wool is in that hopper, so then it's going to pile up in the hopper. When the cart gets back, it'll go into the cart. But again, not a big deal. The next person will then send it over, and it'll go in then. So it's not. This is my least favorite part of the system. But there's so few ways of doing it because you can't run a comparator signal out of a mine cart unless the minecart's on a detector rail. If the minecart's on a detector rail, I can't run a signal to that and say, okay, you have signal now, you're full, go. You can use pistons to swap the rail, but then that didn't work because it was powering... if you had something that was powering the rail, then it was also powering... No, sorry. Oh, that's the other thing. When a minecart is on a detector rail, it lights up the detector rail, so it gives power. But then that's also powering the cart, so they're kind of both powering each other. When they're both powering each other... Sorry, I should do this higher. When they're both powering each other, the hopper or the chest can't accept anything new because it's locked. So it's really kind of a terrible system because you can't ever use it. I could use it on a moving cart to say, okay, this has it. So I could have put these in a loop, and then when it got full, it would spit it. It would switch the track and go out. But there's no elegant solution. Anyway, moving on. This is the part I don't like, but I did find a pretty good way around it for now. And what it is I'm just going to put a torch right here, so that as I flip this lever on and flip this lever off, it'll come down here. That will power and unpower that redstone, which will power and unpower this torch. Coming off of here, also I really need to thank Mr. Binary Guy for his ridiculous amounts of help on this last night, because I was having all kinds of trouble with this. You guys have seen me build this before, this little pulse circuit here. Still not sure if it's a monostable circuit or a falling edge detector or a quick pulse. I don't know the names of things, and I apologize for that. But this is what this is. And if this signal here, let me do a little bit of... I'll just put a piece of dust there so we can hopefully see that. If I were to break this, nothing happens because... Oh, sorry. I'm going to put a delay on that too. Nothing happens because this block is still powered. But every time this block gets power, that blinks once, even though this is still lit. Let me see if I can show you again, because it wasn't really in the shot. So if you can kind of see it there on the right of the screen, I'm going to put this down. It's going to pulse once on that torch, and it's going to go. Actually, why don't I just do this? Hey, there's an idea, because it's going to do that anyway. Every time that gets power, I don't. Oh, alright, never mind. So this, when it gets power, is when they turn the lever so the water goes off. That's when it's going to send this pulse. So we're going to run this pulse into these two blocks. These two blocks are going to invert the signal. Excuse me. And then from here, I'm going to run this dust to these blocks. I missed. So that this line is normally powered. Now, directly above here is the powered rail on this block that is on the cart. So this is 1, 2. Run. Let me do this first so I don't send the cart randomly. It doesn't matter, it'll come right back. 3. And 4. So now, up here, we'll have to see if we sent any of those. Nope, doesn't look like they were. So this is these 4. So it's purple, red, pink, and magenta. If I were to... Let me just do it this way. If I were to unpower this... That's not this line, right? I had to break that temporarily. So now the water is on, everything's filling up the hoppers. Flip the water off, and all 4 of these carts are going to go. So that's what's going to happen. They would stay there until they empty. In this case, they're just going to come right back. And they're going to come all the way back. So every time someone flips that lever twice, because it doesn't happen when you flip it the first time like that, so that's one flip of the lever, this is a second flip of the lever, it just pulses these tracks long enough for these guys to go. So it's not my favorite, most elegant solution that I've ever come up with, but it is working, and that's kind of important. In the interest of time, I have actually already done the other 4. So we don't have to do those. Those are already done. because I knew that this circuit building it 4 times was just going to look stupid on camera. You're welcome. But I keep picking the wrong way. The next one, this is the most interesting. I like this. This is a combination. I did not close my door. This has gotten a lot better since Binary Guy cleared out a bunch of the land out here. Ender Pearl. Whee! Boink! Hey, Nordly! It's, well, I have no idea what I was saying. Oh, this is a combination of... Oh, I do have the droppers on me. Could have done that the whole time. Alright, we're going to go back over here. I was prepared! I out-prepared myself. A combination of generic B and... Did I hear an explosion? You guys having fun out there? Anyway. You're apologizing to me. You're the guys that are fighting the monsters. You're apologizing to me. That's fine. Okay, I still have 12 of those. Good. I'm just going to jump down here. I just got brand new armor before the stream today. I got Aqua Affinity and Respiration on that one. I got Protection 4, Protection 3, Protection 4 and Feather Falling. Very excited about these guys. So, I now have... Let's see if there's anything in here. Look, dirt. Shocking, because I sent that myself. I now have this. So, I have to remember this one. I should have saved one chest. One stinking chest. They crawl over the wall behind the above the entrance. Yeah, we have a problem in there with some delayed loads of fun. I don't know what he was referring to. Let's see what I have for wood. Oh, I'm not an idiot. I keep wood in my ender chest. I only need one. Alright, and chest. I'm going to switch to this circuit so I make sure I get it right. Now this one I've moved a little bit from my test world. I dropped this all down 2 blocks because I don't really care how many droppers I use, and I wanted these to be lower. These in the other one, these were really high because they had to go up 3 different blocks instead of just the 1 block they're going up now. I'm gonna hiccup again. So right here, I'm going to start my droppers. I need to dig down even further. Okay. So let's clear out a little bit more area here. Deal with you later. This hopper goes away and turns into a chest. This here. And then... yeah, because this is where I want it. Yes, okay. And then these droppers are going to come up from here. So let's go ahead and take this away. Stealing my wood when I... Sorry. You can take it out of my ender chest. I give you my permission. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a terrible person. I'm evil, you know. It's not my fault. Okay, so droppers from here. So shift, jump, 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 jump. Okay, and fall. All right. Not last. I'm going to put this right here. And now that is the start of... No, it's not the start of the circuit. I lied. The repeater is not what I want. The comparator is what I want. I do want a repeater, however. Okay, so this is the way it works. The stream goes into this chest. That is important because this chest fills up. Technically, it could still be a hopper, and it would just fill up the hopper. It doesn't make any difference at all. None whatsoever. But what this does is this hopper feeds into this dropper. This dropper, we're going to pull out the signal and say, hey, what's up? I don't know why I just took that out, because I'm going to put a block right there. And says, hey, I got something in me. So I'm gonna power this block. From there, I'm gonna power this dust. From there, I'm gonna work my way backwards. Okay, so now I have this. That's a repeater. Hold on. Wait, let's try this again with an actual comparator. Comparator says, hey, I got something in me. send out a signal. It's going to send out a signal to this block. The block is going to light up the redstone. The redstone is going to come back here, light up, power up this block. That block is going to come and power this dust. This dust is going to lock this hopper. All of that being said is this is essentially a dropper clock. What happens is it lets in one item to the hopper, hopper. That item goes into the dropper, which then, meanwhile, drops another one into the hopper. So now there's one item in here, there's one item in here. But it's only ever one. From there, we're going to start a tower. Now, this is something I have yet to build in survival, so I've been trying to come up with a good plan on how to build this part of it. But it's going to be difficult, and I think it's going to involve ladders, of which I have none. Also, that needs to go up a little bit higher still. Go away. I want to jump. And I'm going to do the same thing here. And this may not have been the best way to do this. But as I still don't have a better plan, you know what? The better plan is actually to go make more ladders. So let's go make some ladders real quick. I'm also running out of food. Good enough. And it's getting dark in here too. Sorry. I just looked around and I'm like, hey, it's dark in the real world. What's up? Take some wood. Make some sticks. I'm just going to assume that's someone I know. And this is how I make ladders quickly, because you can just do the drag, and then you do this. So now I've got 27, which should be more than plenty. Okay. The rest of this is going to be done entirely with torches. So the fact that I just gave myself a whole bunch of sticks is kind of good. Alright, let's go this way. I hit myself. Alright, so now I'm up here, onto this. This is the part that I said, remember earlier I said I may have to cut a hole in the roof? We're there. Welcome to the part where I may have to cut a hole in the roof. Because I need to get above that hopper. In order to, now that's going to fall in that hopper. So let's go see if this works, because that should just get ignored by the entire sorting system and end up in here. Okay, it worries me that I don't see it. That's a problem for later. We'll come back. Hang on, I'm going to clear my throat real quick. Much better. It's hard to talk for 49 minutes straight. 49 minutes. I got 10 more minutes and then I want to be done. Okay. So, this, as we said before, had a torch on it. Now what I want to do is I want to break every other block on my way up, which is going to take a little bit longer because I'm on a ladder, but I have a nice efficiency pick, so that's okay. You're also gone. Oh, and I should probably, before I do that, finish. I couldn't come up with a better way of doing this without actually putting all of them in first. Oh, and I'm going to end on that one. Good. Nope. Wait, what am I doing? I ended wrong. That's the one. Okay. I think that's still not a big deal. I wanted to end with it up against the ceiling, but I think this will still work. And if not, yes. That is my answer. I want you to go away just for just for my own sanity. All right, I won't stand there. Remember those torches I keep taking out? Good enough. No, it's not good enough. I hate it when I do that. I wish ladders would only go on the way you're putting them. Why can't every block be like that now? Alright, so that one's not necessary. So, we're going to make a simple torch ladder. know if that's what you call that, but that's what I'm calling it. So it's what I call it. All the way up. And you'll see as this goes up, it's powering the block, turning off that one, blah, blah, blah. This is the thing in the system here, well, I guess besides the hoppers, that is going to cause the most lag. All right, while I'm up here, over here, and I'm going to land on that block, and 2. I'll explain what all of this is actually doing in a moment, but it's pretty simple, I think, to figure out if you haven't already. I've created a tower of redstone torches to power and unpower things in a vertical row. Ran out. That's okay. So, I'm going to put that there, that there, that there. I'm going to hiccup, that there. Hang on. Oh, my laptop fell asleep. I'm not watching comments. Hang on. Wake up, laptop. I don't know when you fell asleep. Nothing new. Okay, good. So, now, I collect these blocks. I have, in theory, a fully working item elevator that will take up whatever I put in it. And in this case, I'm going to put cobblestone. So as you can see, this is going to blink on and off every time. Why are you clicking? Oh, it's at the top. I probably should have finished it before I put stuff in it. Oh well. Climbing up a ladder backwards. That's what the cool kids do. Good, you're going to face up, and the next one's going to be hard. The next one also needs to face up. Okay. This is going to go, nope, shift there. And then, yay, daytime. Excellent. This is going to go here, like so. Yeah. So that one faces down. This is perhaps obvious. Oh, wait, no, hold on. What am I doing? I can just go right into there. I didn't screw up completely. Aha! I can just go into the side. And then take off this top one. You, sir, are unnecessary. All right. I did have to do a test on this to find out if droppers would feed into the bottom of a hopper. Guess what? It does. It does. I look over here because this is where my... that's where I can see myself. So it's weird because you're over here. And I'm over... Anyway. 7:54. We're close. We're close. So now, I just want to double check because it really bothers me that that dirt never showed up over here. Okay, well, something in this line somewhere. Somebody's doing it wrong. All right. Now I have to go check every single 16 of these. Hold on. Let's see. Anything that's not magenta, purple, red, pink, light blue, dark blue. That one I can never remember. Green, cyan. Oh, I hit the hopper from there. Okay, well. No idea where that ended up. But with that, was that it? Did we just finish? We were still going to test this again. I don't want to wait. So let's go ahead and drop in a whole bunch of this crap again. This is going to go blinky, 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 blinky. It's going up slightly faster than I am. And from there, you should see none of these are lit down here. Ooh, that one was. Why? What's wrong with red? Aha! See? This is the problem. So red messed itself up a little bit. We will fix it. So that's a good way of testing it to find out. That's news to me. Alright, nothing's going through, so this is okay. Alright. Now, in theory, once again, let's drop some stuff in this chest. And none of these should be lit down here. And they don't appear to be. And this should be getting a whole bunch of wood in a minute. That's done. I also don't really know how fast these go. I wonder where it gets stuck. So now we have to go through and look at all of the droppers. And the hoppers. Is there something here that's powering one of these? Are they actually too close? Can't hold shift while you're doing that. Alright, let's look at all the item sorters, because this should be working. Numbers are a little messed up on that one. I don't think it matters. As long as there's 22. There's only 21 in pink. So that's a problem. This is the fun troubleshooting section, by the way. Welcome. 55552. Ah, blue is wrong. Okay. Alright, blue is wrong. I should have checked all of them before walking all the way over here. This is the fun with redstone, kids. Where we make it up as we go. Pink. Okay, you fixed yourself. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them. Wow, cyan is messed up. Cyan. Yeah, I remembered it that time. Green. Other green. So I think once it messes up once. Both greens. Brown, black, gray, other gray, and white are okay. This is the trouble with an item sorter. Both greens. Cyan, right? Is that right? Cyan, green, I don't know how much of that I need. And other green. As long as I have over 32, I know I have enough. Cyan needs one more. I have 22. Green is good. Wasn't both greens. 4, 5. So the reason we spread them out like this is because these slots are full, but they're full in such a way that everything's going to go into this one first. So it's not so full that it's going to really max out the distance on this redstone, which would then go onto here and here and here. But it is enough that it will keep it just perfect. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. All right, so I'm going to be about 5 minutes over, assuming all of the rest of this is good. Well, I have you in my inventory anyway, so you're going to take it. See, that's bad. So I guess actually a stack is not really helpful. Why are you guys all doing this? Let's just check. I have lots of repeaters down here. I have a torch on every one. One of them is out, but that's okay because that one was working. So this one's empty. This one's empty. That one's wrong. Alright, maybe I should do this with just 22 items. So it was yellow. And green, I think. And cyan. I might be overstacking them. It may be that it's very picky as to how many you put in. It was blue, it wasn't cyan. It was cyan as well. Good. So, 1 row, 2, 3, 4. Not 22, that's why. It is 22. Do I look as confused as I am? Here, have some ladders. This is the problem with doing redstone on a live stream. If anybody sees what I'm doing wrong, let me know. If anybody remembers which one I was working on, it was this one. 5, 5, 5. Okay. So that's all I'm going to put in there for now. Here, I'm going to pull this out. Do 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. Okay. So that one's good. Green is fine. 2, 3. Oh, that's why. That's why, because I was doing that wrong. Can't just go across when I don't have extras. Okay. Okay, so one more check. Let's just make sure everything in here has all of them. Nothing's messed up. Nothing's moving. Everybody's happy. That one is a little less happy. Alright, let's get one more piece of light blue. And then we're going to go out there where there's all those monsters you can hear. Doesn't that sound like fun? Yeah? Yeah? I think the sorter works partly because you're only getting 1 or 2 items at a time that go up this elevator here. So it's okay. Yeah, good. Light blue. So it's okay that they are that they never get so full. Let's just do a test. Let's actually take some wool. How about purple? I'll just take 6 of them. So there's 2 full stacks of purple in there. I need to move these ladders because I really want to fall faster. And I'm going to put this purple in and we'll see this torch go. 6 times. Good. And I have no idea where to ladder from anymore. How about here? And that should come over into here, and there should be 6. Good. So now let's try a random stack of other, like oak wood. Let's make sure, blink, 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 blink. You should be coming all the way down to here, which it is. Okay. All right, now I think everything is doing better. So the next step, I'll take that back, is to go out and shear. And because I've been here for a long time, I'm pretty sure I have like 2 or 3 different shears in here. Sorry, Dragon Master. I keep stealing your shears. I'm also going to take that and that with me, because it's scary out here. Hello. Alright. Saving lives. I'm not going to go to that one. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to come over to here, and I'm going to flip this once. I'm going to wait a second, and I'm going to flip it again. I just want to send the carts so that there's no random crap in the system, because there could be. Flip it. Flip it again, and that should send those carts. And over here, I'm going to flip it. And flip it again. And then here, I think I know that they're empty. So I'll do the same thing anyway. Flip it again. And you can hear the carts underneath. Well, you can also hear the carts up above. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around and I'm going to shear all of these. If I was smart, I actually would have emptied out all those chests so we could see that it works, but we will know by the fact that no random colors are going to be anywhere else. So I'll just come inside here. My inventory is mostly full. It is completely full now. I'm not being terribly careful to make sure I get all of these. I actually bred a couple of these earlier too, because some of these pens were getting a little low. Shearing. Alright, now we're going to take and we're going to run all of the wool into the stream at the end. That stream at the end is going to push it all into the middle, which will then go into the hoppers. And you can't leave the stream running forever because it'll ruin all of the grass, and then the sheep won't be able to eat the grass and collect their and regrow their wool. So I flipped the lever again, and now that lever should have sent those carts, and we should be seeing within moments. There it is. So the system is working, and if I look in purple or magenta. Magenta's a trapped chest. I won't see any difference until I go back. Could be seeing some of these. Which other ones? Which other colors there? Is it pink? I should have counted first. Oh, but that's working because I just pulled that out. So it is working. That is good news. And nothing came out there. Alright, so I think we have a working system, which is pretty cool. I do have some people I want to thank, however. For the hopper elevator, the dropper elevator, which is this guy here. The bottom part was, the circuit at the bottom was actually generic B. This part here was that fifth guy. On YouTube. Check him out. He's got some cool stuff. I don't know who made the sorter originally because everybody uses the same one now. But what a great design that is. As long as you load it up right, apparently. The unloading bay, which is this guy down here. All of these here is Orizify, O-R-I-E-Z-Z-I-F-Y. And you can see that in the comments below, and as well as in the description below. And I also want to thank DragonMaster495 for letting me do this and helping me organize the wool upstairs so it looks pretty. ScoobyJ for the gold because we used a lot of powered rails downstairs. Binary Guy for help figuring out the circuit that sends the carts, ShadowHunter for helping power all of the rails that are down here, and Wubbi and JL ZipCode. They were both trying to help me out to figure out a way of sending the carts, but everything was just so big and I'm so space limited down here. But this was a lot of fun for me. I don't know if I will do any more actual episodes like this, but I might, as long as I can do the prep work. But I've literally been prepping for this for 3.5 days. Real life days, not Minecraft days. And but it's been a lot of fun. This was a huge project, and it was a good distraction from the digging out the volcano, which I need to get back to. Because now I've done 2 different huge projects and a furnace and a storage room, so I gotta get back to digging. I have been digging in between. But thank you all for watching, and stay evil, monkey minions.